It's half forward. Jones chanced his arm. He got a B-grade bounce. That door opens for Lynch. He heads towards home. 2 bounces. Gets claimed. What is he doing? Kieran Burns has given him a nudge. In shocking conditions. But a chance to get on the board early. 25 out. Threads it. And Lynch has his first for the day.
Inside 50, he has a look and sees Byrne coming towards him. Probably just thinks, I've got time and space, I'm going to be able to outrun him. In the end, had time to actually tackle him instead of push.
Joyce looks up, kickable by his standards, goes long, goal square, Lynch over the back, got it.
They didn't go quick enough for the first instance, but they certainly did then.
Tough angle. He marked it 2 inches outside the square, and this is the difference. Bends it around, never in doubt. It's a 4-goal-to-1 start.
And Joyce was able to get a nice deep ball inside 50 to a one-on-one. Lynch wants that every day of the week. He's got half a toe in the square.
Yep.
Dwayne might have been able to argue that one.
Go to the replay.
To go straight on. Oh, he's actually reached out for the square. I think it was smart.
Up. Seconds might beat him. He goes to the pass. Lynch as the siren sounds.
Gee, I tell you what, Liam Jones's leg rope on Tom Lynch short a day. I suggest when in doubt, take the number 19 bloke.
2 big superstars of the game. Charlie Curnow at one end. Tom Lynch at the other. Lynch has 3 at quarter time. And under Stuart Dew, the Gold Coast Suns was never in doubt from the moment he left his boot this week. Witts in the ruck, knocks it down. Miller back to Witts. Scrambles it forward. Jones was playing front spot. Lynch was hovering behind. Good dance step. Better shot. Amazing. Lynch has 4.
Yeah, from a fullback's point of view, and you're on the most dangerous forward, gee, you're taking a risk when you're running off like that. You're not having an impact on the contest, and that's rule number 1. You're playing on Tom Lynch. He's a 100-goal forward prospect. He's red hot, and you run off guessing. That's what he was doing. He was guessing.
Twice we've seen that. One in the first quarter and one there from Liam Jones.
The Tom Lynch show can answer that. Not at the moment, because Lions,
well,
goes down towards the forward line.
He's got doubt everywhere, and you've got to make the most of these opportunities.
So do you keep him there, or do you get Wiedering back and throw Jones forward just for something different for 10 minutes?
I'd take him off if I was Carlton.
Directly in front, and there's another one to Lynch. He has got 5 early in the second quarter here at Etihad.
It's great to watch, and clearance has become critical from a centre bounce clearance point of view, but this is what I love, Jono. It's the psychology of footy right now, and if, hopefully Tom Lynch is going to emerge into the boat where he's not saying it's all about me, but he knows that he's got his opponent right where he wants him. So it's now, get away, give me some space, and let's make him even more nervous. That's the way he should be thinking. And
is he going to go further or shorter? He's going to march back, and he's put him under a ton of pressure. They might lose it here. Lynch for another one.
Wow.
What?
That is one of the great rarities who are seen there, lads, and that is Kade Simpson making a monumental blue, which he doesn't do too often.
No.
He just took off with nowhere to go.
They had urgency either.
They had great coverage, though, Jono. We could look across the breadth of the ground, and there was no one that was... Normally you have a +1 in that situation as a
There
get
wasn't
out.
anyone.
There was no one, and credit to the Gold Coast. They manned up, they had them covered, they forced a turnover in their forward 50.
Clever little mark by Sexton. Sexton looks toward. Here's Lynch alone. And again, Jones said, I'm off on my travels.
Has been well off, Jono, I'm feeling.
So this to equal his personal best of 7 that he got last year in round 4. And he makes no mistake about it. 7 goals to Tom Lynch. And the Suns stretching their lead.
Let's have a look at it. I mean, hopefully we can see. There's one thing about taking dangerous space, but as soon as the ball gets out here, you've got to recover your ground a little bit. I mean, it looks dangerous right now. You've got to recover back to your man.
Yeah.
And he continues to play 15 metres in front.
It's the other defenders as well. Plowman not getting across to take Ainsworth, who would have got the short. So therefore, Jones is trying to cover two and getting no support from his defenders who...
And Tom Lynch, we know, has dominated as a tall, but collective effort outstanding.
Paddy Dow's hand pass, insignificant. McPherson short in towards full forward. Lynch for number 8. Around the body he goes. And he's got it.
On Wiedering because they win the ball here, but Ainsworth is so clean, which allows Lynch to pop off and kick the goal.
And you look at the tape for, I mean, Wiedering will look at this tape. It's that next reaction right there. Ball goes over his head. Bang, where is he?
All-time best.
There's David Swallow in game number 100. He sends it inside 50, and it's going to be a down-the-ground free kick.
Tom Lynch in the perfect position to...
Sandilands with the bump. On Lyons, collecting him high. Tom Lynch directly in front. This effort looking a little better, much better from Tom Lynch, who kicks his first to the other. This one through the middle. Swallow had to work hard. Playing on, now Harbrow, generating some run, a wobbly old ball, but it's okay up for Lynch.
Opportunity for Gold Coast.
It all gets set up because Aaron Hall was allowed to become the first Chinese checker, and then it was just jump, 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 and a mongrel kick, but a good mark.
Held to just the one goal by Alex Pearce last week, which was a down-the-ground free kick. And he's looking to get the first for his side tonight, and he does just that.
It was only a chip sideways. And then it was a pretty average kick, but Swallow was good enough, and Harbrow, he put a bit of work on that one. That's the first ball that swung at this ground. There'll be plenty more when the cricket starts.
Went in and out, didn't it? But you can see Darling there playing in defence in his natural position, and that's a great kick by the big Suns forward.
Into the corridor, and now Miller.
At the back, Ainsworth.
High again. They nudged Lynch out of it, and it's going to be a free kick.
Ben Ainsworth, and then thought better of it. He was very stiff not to get one over the back.
It was a little closer to goal than the shot he had just a few moments ago, Tom Lynch.
And just that little bit more pressure, given it's so easy, this one, or would appear to be easy. But after missing one, this one has to go through.
35 out directly in front. It does go straight through it. They needed that, the Suns. They would have scoot away and sent it up towards Lynch, who's almost being held there by Yo. Great handball by McPherson. Back through to Lynch, who steers through the goal. His third.
As well.
Spot on, Jared. He wasn't sure if he was going to go for the ball. Bit of a non-effort at the back, and he just allows Lynch in. But Tom Lynch's ability just to create a contest, it was actually a pretty poor entry from the Gold Coast.
Towards... Well, he would have taken either option in the end. He took Sexton. He chips the kick. Lynch, open goal, takes some time about it. Probably a wise move. And they break the deadlock.
Counter. Sexton has been a really important player for this group. He's been involved in a lot of goal creation, if not kicking them himself in the first 5 weeks of the season, and that one was not.
Long kick forward. Lynch pounces on the crumb, bends it around the body. First chance, and he nails it.
You've just got to go. You can see a great photo of it here. Great pictures here. He's in perfect position. He's got to go for that ball there. And he sort of goes half, and then he doesn't cover his man. And he ends.
Tui attracted the pressure. Martin and Sexton worked together, collaborated with good effect. Swallow's been certainly busy. Long driving kick. Lynch from behind Butsaps could not stop him.
Round forward, it's hard to sort of go past Lynch because of the skill set that he has.
History says he could kick it left from here. He kicked 8 in round 2, as we know, but his next best for the year was 3 back in round 4 against the West Coast. Strides in and puts it straight through.
It's going to be interesting to watch. It looks like Blitzarves probably has the athleticism to go with him Roosie all day, because Tom Lynch, his endurance and his ability to hold the speed over.
For Weller. And a stab inside 50 is an absolute ripper to find Lynch on the chest.
And probably more importantly for Tom Lynch, needs to go through, will be a huge lift.
He kicked 8 in round 2 against the Blues, just 7 goals since. Here is goal number 250 in the AFL for Tom Lynch.
Really, he's had a quieter 18 months than he's compared to his 2016 form. That was a beautiful pass from Lockie Weller. Lace out, and Tom Lynch from just outside 50. He's absolutely flushed that one. And a really good start from the Gold Coast Suns. And importantly, Tom Lynch, he's been in the contest on numerous occasions.
With him.
And the umpire was tempted as well there.
That might be a free kick. It's play on for Lynch. And they've got the first 2 goals of the second term.
But let's just have a look at this for a couple of efforts. This was a goal that the Saints should have prevented. They had the numbers there, and yet it was a couple of efforts by Aaron Young. There's another one. Comes back, gets involved again, gets out of the way of the skipper, and they get a good goal.
Yeah, great.
Hunter Clark sold himself into trouble. Lynch. What a finish. Right into the teeth of it. And he punched it low like a 2-iron stinger, and they've got another one.
Again, Bose comes from behind, whips it out to a teammate, and then a great finish by the man of the moment, Tom Lynch.
That's a class finish. And the build-up, she said, putting pressure on St Kilda. They've had their plus 40 in disposals.
Try and win it back, and with some success, although Leslie's kick is shut down by Puopolo. It's a bit of his own medicine from Holman, who's in there as that pressure forward. So they've got it in deep. What can they do with it? Martin to Lynch. This for the fine start for the Suns. That's what they needed, some scoreboard.
Too steep over his head, and Leslie had tracked in really well and provided the outnumber. And yeah, just
in fact, they're alternating. Frawley actually started behind him. He had Sicily in front, but just the bounce of the ball, not much you can do about that. Good finish. See him hit the lead up though. That was a good movement there. He looked properly early.
It's a low kick, but it ended up being perfect amount of dip, and Lynch comes out with authority.
Come over the top and clean one grab. That's the sort of Tom Lynch that has all the Victorian clubs in particular salivating about getting him to return home.
Yeah, there was traces of it last week in his 3-goal game against St Kilda. And he allows perfectly for what breeze there is, and kicks their second and his second.
And Stratton and Burton, they're not huge in terms of defensive position type. So, see, Lynch gets a run at the footy, Sicily trailing. He just can't get there to spoil his marking him at too high point. Really good contested mark. It was a good kick in from Ainsworth. Gave Lynch the chance to run and jump.